Hi and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant and this is your weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Aquarius. This is a general reading, so may not resonate with everyone. But if it does, there's an extended to it. The link for that extension is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading, and if you do, please do like, subscribe and share. That would be very helpful, and I thank you for that. So Aquarius, how are you doing? End of October, November approaching. I'm looking forward towards the end of 2020. Excited for that. Alright, these cards are extra jumpy. Let's see what we're thinking of Aquarius. What we're thinking of towards this end of October. Queen of Wands, creation power, creative and abundant power. What's blocking it? Knight of Coins, lack of self-ambition or too much of meticulous energy. Past situations, Ace of Wands, you started using your initial spark in your new project, or that initial start took you to this new creative project, new creative situation, new creative abundance. Mind's ambition, Hierophant, connection to self, connection to inner power, connection to creative power. See how in this Hierophant card you're holding the two keys to creative power. It's basically like keys to your mind and heart, and you're holding both of them. You captured both, like conquered both of them. Heart's desire, Three of Wands, connecting your dreams, your intellect and the world, the reality, all of them together, trying to manifest your dreams to reality. Future situations, Two of Chalices, love energy, relationship. Suggested advice of action, Four of Wands. Moving forward with initial stability, moving past initial stability, advice for that action. Ten of Swords in reverse. So it's like gaining from those past conclusions, going past, like moving forward with the understanding of this past conclusion. So I think that's bringing the stability, and anything that was lost during creation of that stability, like if there was a sacrifice made or something, so there's an understanding behind what sacrifice was made, and any emotional understanding of it has been processed. Hopes and fears, Four of Swords, so showing the processing that is done, the emotional processing. Connection to the Hierophant suggests that emotional processing is completed. And potential outcome, Lovers. So that's what I was thinking, that this Two of Chalices kept pointing towards like a love relationship. So Two of Chalices kind of suggests like a mutually beneficial or a greatly building love relationship, but the Lovers card came up. So that's what I felt like, it was going towards that side. Alright, Aquarius. So in past it seems like there was some sort of conclusion to reach a sort of stability, reach a sort of opportunity. So it's like Four of Wands starts telling us that the skills inside us can, and you have explored the initial version of it, you have explored the creative power of it, initial creative power. So there's an idea that we have creativity inside, and now once you start understanding, like, okay, if it's art, it's music, it's singing, it's voice, storytelling power, or psychic abilities, all of that, once you start understanding, then you have to go and explore them. This is where the Three of Wands card is, where you start using this abstract powers, abstract dreams, abstract creativity, your intellect of the present world and the actual world where the opportunities are. you start connecting them together, and you start applying your energy to see what your creative potential is. Once you do, you would reach an initial stability which starts telling you, okay, these are the step by steps things that you need to keep doing to reach a potential like financial stability. This is an understanding that you can reach that financial stability, and that understanding is also coming from the efforts that you have put in, any sacrifices made during those efforts have been processed. You have gone through the Four of Swords energy where you have processed the pain of that sacrifice and you're moving past it. So it's like an emotional balancing act, which is clearing off everything in the past, which was lost. It's getting cleared off. And you're moving forward into a lot of Queen of Wands energy, a lot of abundant energy. Queen of Wands is a card which points towards the ability to use your intellect and your creative powers together to create abundance, not just for yourself but family and like friends around. But the idea is that it's a very creatively so it's like, see how you believe in your own strength, you're holding that, you've tamed your inner lion and you're holding it. So, and the other hand has a wand inside. So it's like a creative star kind of power which you have started understanding resides inside you. For you to get there, you're going through meticulous steps. Knight of Coins point towards like how you're looking meticulously at your coins. Meticulous steps taken to get to that stage. Meticulous steps, the efforts required in the initial lack of expectation, trying to keep to lack of expectation. Go through that process of just testing, see if we actually can connect to the world. It's like how when you start playing a video game or I'm trying to think if someone who has never played a video game is watching this. I don't know if I can come with a different analogy, but right now I was trying to say that when you start playing a video game, you start testing your character, you start understanding, okay, what are the abilities of that character, how and what you can do in the realm of that video game. And when you reach the initial comfort, then you go back and see, oh, I could have done something else in a previous stage. It could have given me more points. And so there's an emotion attached to it. Like emotion of being more successful in that game, in that period. The other side of it is that you might have made some sacrifices. That game involves some sacrifice. So you have processed that emotional sacrifice. You've reached a stability. You have reached an awareness of understanding of your power. That now is getting harnessed and getting converted into this Queen of Wands energy, which would create abundance in the future. The Hierophant card, it's clearly pointing towards that you have started controlling your mind and heart. The two keys pointing towards the keys to your mind and heart are in your hands now. And not only you're able to guide yourself, people are flocking towards you for your understanding. For your ability to connect this mind and heart, to basically able to connect to self and your soul. Once you find a connection between the mind and heart, connecting to self or soul becomes an easier task. Because your inner compass starts showing up. All of this abundance, all of you start believing. So all of your investment in your creative self, all of the investment in understanding and balancing your emotions, in all of that investment in understanding and finding the inner clarity, all of that is moving towards future abundance. And it's not just financial abundance. There seems to be a lover's energy coming along. It may be something that you might have manifested, or it may be something that because, like how in a video game, when you keep upgrading, you keep meeting different partners. And eventually you meet a partner that decides, like that's, again, it depends on the kind of game this is, but I'm talking about when you happen to meet sidekicks or you meet your counterparts who stay along with you during the entire game. that kind of energy you might not have manifested, but because you keep upgrading in your video game, it's the same kind of scenario where because of your upgrade, you're receiving new relationships. So you may or may not have manifested that, but that's on the course. But this all has happened because you converted into this Hierophant energy, into this wise sage, wise advisor, whose ability to connect to its own mind and heart, whose ability to connect to its own soul, whose ability to connect to its own inner compass, has allowed it to talk with clarity, clairvoyance. Now everyone is flocking towards your energy to listen and follow your advice. And that all has come from your own efforts, of understanding yourself, applying yourself, and finding your true value in the outside world. It was not like it was this all abundance that's coming your way was without a cost. You paid heavy amount of burden. Yes or no, that's up to you to decide, but the burden that was paid, the sacrifice that was made, has been emotionally processed. You have healed through the pain of it. So that seems to be in the past, that it's already done. All this investment, all this self-growth, that's what's bringing this abundant energy. And further taking to you towards lowest energy. So what's need to be done is, if you're still stuck in this meticulous phase, if you're still stuck in wondering that is your work, is your art still valuable out there, is your creative power still valuable out there, that needs to be let go of. The inhibition, the fear behind it, that's what needs to be let go of. That's the only thing that's blocking you right now from going ahead. You being overly meticulous, or you being overly fearful, or you being inhibitive about exploring your power, your energy, that's blocking you from moving ahead. Or you being stuck if you haven't completely processed the past. You being stuck there. So those are the only two possible things blocking you. But you moving into Hierophant, into wise sage energy, into wise leader energy, is changing and moving the course towards a creative power, a creative abundance, and a love energy. So to conclude the reading, you have started using your creative spark, creative energy, your Ace of Wands, to map your dreams, your abstract dreams, your intellect and the world into reality together. You started understanding the value of your abilities. It's like in a video game, you have upgraded and you've reached stability, that you've understood your powers, and you've started understanding the game and the story of it, and how you fit inside it. During the course, some sacrifices were made, some losses were there. You have emotionally processed it, or you're going through. This whole connection to mind and heart over time has made you this wise sage, wise leader, a Hierophant. The one who has control over both mind and heart. The one who is connected to its own inner compass, to its voice. And that connection is allowing you to find an inner clarity, clairvoyance, making sound, amazing decision, taking you to this Queen of Wands, creative, abundant energy. People are flocking towards you for your wise leadership, for your suggestions, for advice. And also in future, there seems to be a love relationship awaiting. Lover's card, true love relationship. You may or may not have manifested it, but it's part of the process of you reaching the Hierophant. As a part of it, that situation, that energy is coming along. I hope this reading resonated with you. And if it did, there's an extended to it. In the extended, I would look more at your current overall energy. How are you dealing with this Hierophant phase, this transformation, this movement, and this learning about your creative power? What we can do to balance our energy if we are still stuck in the loss or the reminiscence of it. Message from the oracle about a growing future, growing abundance, and timing relation to the abundance flowing towards us and the Lovers card coming along. We will look out of that in the extended. I hope you liked the reading, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me here, and have an amazing week. Bye.